Part numero dos. That is round two of Patcast Rant-A-Tant-Tant about, I know all about the things, but I can't kick the behavior that is actually destroying my life. I want the person, I want the miracle, I want the breakthrough. I finally get this golden, beautiful, amazing opportunity. I get the promotion I've been pushing for so long. And as soon as I get there, I start acting up. I start doing stupid shit that throws people in all kinds of confusion because they're like, what are you doing? You're going to destroy the very opportunity you cried for, begged for, screamed at the skies for, and finally had the courage to walk through the door. This is the topic of today's podcast. Why do human beings do this to themselves? Why do we do this to ourselves? I'm going to recommend a couple things that I have observed in my life, in the lives of my loved ones, and in my clients. I think that we intuitively knee-jerk towards not just, oh, I'm going to roll the habit through my body because it's a program that's running my body and my belief systems and all this stuff I can say that sounds cute and clever and wonderful. It is not just that. I think that we get an opportunity to sense, to feel, to pick up, to see something in our sensations, something in our body. We might notice something in a tone that somebody said, the way they said something. We might feel something. They might do something and we're like, oh, that doesn't feel good. Okay. We might catch ourselves feeling overrun by compulsion. This drive that is, anxiety grabbing us by the neck, kind of pulling us, being like, come, let's do this thing, rushing through things, making stupid decisions like that. I think that we have decided that we are just going to ignore the 20 trillion billion one signals that our bodies are constantly giving us. Microsignals, nudges, hints, little nuances, until the body has to scream louder and louder. And then your life has to scream louder and louder. And your friendships have to scream louder and louder. And eventually, because we like drama, because we watch too much freaking TV, everything has to be a series. Only when something dies in a ball of flames do we go, if I'm honest, and I go back, I noticed the very first time she did that she was going to break my heart. If I go all the way back, I noticed that when he suddenly vanished and collapsed and communicated very poorly, that this is going to be a habit that's going to be impossible to kick. Oh, I noticed that every time I'm around those friends, I start smoking again when I worked so hard to quit. All these things, these nuances, these are not giant mysteries. When you speak to somebody who is all the way down in the bottom of the dark alley, swimming underneath an ocean of holy shit, what just happened, they will always be able to tell you where the first domino was, where the first inflection was, where they felt the first nudge and ignored it. That's my first principle. We have become masters at ignoring the most impossible to ignore, the most important nudges. Number two, we have decided that all of this knowledge is going to turn into some kind of secret bodyguard that shields us from actually having to apply it. The world prizes somebody who knows about something way more than they do somebody who actually can apply that? How do I know? You have to submit a CV with 20 billion long lists of things that you have ticked off in a box where you passed an examination about something. I am not saying that qualifications are stupid and ridiculous. Many of them are going to be revamped in 100 years, in 50 years, and we are going to be flabbergasted by all the things that we're being taught and not taught. I digress. That's another topic. What I'm saying is the age of the apprentice, the age of the specialist who could master something and you could see by the fruit of their work that they knew what they were doing. I'm saying that that's no longer cute and fashionable. That's not TikTokable. What is cute and fashionable is the professor archetype. Well, I study this, I study this, I study this, I study this, I study this. I'm a professor of something. Most people who are teaching at a tertiary level, I did not say all, I said most of them who are teaching about a subject in university have never spent a day in an office applying that subject in the modern day world. It's a very bizarre phenomenon. That thing, that template, I think we drag into the rest of our lives. And we have the separationist thing that tells us, I can just understand it. I can read about it. Oh, I feel so much better now. I read the book that appeased my knowledge chambers and helped me feel like I know more about the subject matter. When really I know less. I know nothing more than I knew before I read the other 5 books. I know nothing fucking more. All I know is that I've just read another book. Instead of doing the dirty work of being like, oh, my hairy aunt's eyeball, how do I apply this in real life? What is it that I notice I do when I'm starting to sabotage my most important relationships? What is my first domino? This is what I call the first domino principle, and I teach all of my clients about it. I ask them all, I say to them, if we, by the end of our work, have done nothing but taught you to recognize your first dominoes, you will save yourself months, weeks, years, marriages, jobs, situations that would shatter your life. You will save yourself a lot of mess if you can learn how to catch your first domino. I'm ranting a lot about this. It's just, this week has just been a lot of just interesting observation about this very principle. Watching, it's painful when you love people and you work with them and you are journeying with them. Obviously my clients, it's slightly different because they grasp these things and they do what they can to start to apply the principles. But when it's people who aren't getting this kind of support, it's really painful to watch. I guess it's just a reminder for me, Patsky, in all of the ways that you are growing and improving and learning about how to be more embodied. Remember to listen deeper to the whispers the first time. Listen deeper. This body carries more brilliance than we could ever imagine.